Let's fire up the machine and find out our first player. Here we go. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗏 is the first man out. Oh, Sean Story is the next man up.
It's done. I think this is 6 red shootout time. It's going to be in and around 39, 40 seconds. Yeah, he's going to set in and around 30 seconds, but that will be enough for 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏. He gets through the 6 red shootout and wins his first game.
Here we go. Let's fire up the machine and find out who 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗏 will play in our second match. Dylan Leary. What do you feel about that with that draw? You're not happy?
Well, every draw is hard anyway, so...
he's used to these. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 going for his second 6 red shootout in a row.
Gone for a double. Oh, he's got it.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't have gone for a double in a 6 red. It's 31.28 to beat. Yeah, he should do.
And he's won his first 6 red shootout. Look at him punch the air.
Let's fire up the machine and find out who you will play. Carl Sutton.
Well, Tony, I mean, we mentioned before, obviously, we thought it was a strange decision for Hitton to go for the random draw. Dylan's decided to follow suit and he's gone random draw. And I mean, drawing Carl Sutton was not what you wanted.
I don't understand him going random draw. Again, that's two of them that's done the exact same thing. I would definitely not be playing random draws.
It's so strange because last year, when we, obviously, as it progressed, every single time, all of the pros were picking out players. They wanted to have their kind of choice as to who they had. For Dylan, it almost felt like he was too nice to make the decision.
If you have the choice not to make it a lottery, which he won that prize, then why make it a lottery? I don't get it.
Because the thing is as well, is that even if he wins this match, he's going to have to go back in for either another random draw or pick a bounty. So no matter what happens, you're going to have a tough player at some point anyway. Why would you make life harder for yourself and do it twice?
Exactly. You've answered the question for me. I mean, at the end of the day, you think... just take who you think you're going to beat.
And here we go. I mean, Dylan Leary versus Carl Sutton. It's game 3. I mean...
Look who's turned up in the commentary box with us. John Chambers.
Good afternoon. How are we?
How are you finding all this?
Brilliant.
Chaotic?
Sitting out, not playing.
Right, I'm going to ask you now, because Luke wants to know as well. Would you have done a random draw?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you, lot.
I think, for me, it's too early for me to be pointing at people, calling them out.
I've not pointed them.
Yeah, but
you could whisper it to Simon Webb.
No.
Then he'll point them out.
No, I think if I'd have won a comp or something, I might have been tempted to call people out, but...
You're a 2-time finalist, John. You're putting yourself down a little bit there, aren't you?
No, I still haven't won them.
Yeah, because obviously me and Tony were talking about it, and obviously... The way that the draws panned out, obviously there are 1 or 2 amateurs still in there, and obviously a couple of new pros there that potentially are there for the taking.
Yeah.
It just felt very strange that, obviously, for the 2 players that have come out, especially Dylan and Hitton with such experience, decided not to just take the safe route a little bit and just guarantee.
Yeah, but it's not a guarantee.
Not per se guarantee, of course, but...
And I think that's the point. People don't want to seem probably too disrespectful, and they're playing it the nice way rather than calling people out. That's how I see it anyway. Maybe a few years ago I might have been calling people out, but...
that was a very judgmental look there from Tony.
Is this the vibe now between the professionals who's like, oh, I don't want to say that I think he's rubbish and I'm going to beat him?
Yeah, basically that's what it is.
No, but there's other reasons to pick players. Like certain players haven't practiced on this cloth very much, or somebody's had a bit of a rough start to the season that's not generally in good form. It's not you're belittling a player. Thinking, well, you're not playing great at the moment. You know, I'm not going to turn around and say, I know, I'll pick Sean Chipperfield or Tom Cousins or whatever because they played just won the last 2 tour events.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know, I'm going to pick somebody who hasn't gone deep yet this year.
Yeah. There is.
And that's
like,
the reasoning. It's not you saying somebody's rubbish. They're not rubbish because they're all professionals.
Yeah.
But however, there is one player in there that's not a professional, who's the sponsor.
There's two.
Sorry,
There's
yeah,
two.
We've got
take
Curran
2.
as well.
Yeah.
I was frantically waved out there.
Yeah. But,
Mr. Chipperfield walking past.
yeah, I just understand why people don't want to do the calling out, but I know from a viewing point of view, it's nice.
It's too nice, all of you.
It is,
Back
yeah.
in my day, you wouldn't have had any of this.
No, I know.
There'd have been wars out there.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, my stance could change once I'm out there, and if I'm lucky enough to win a match, that might change the position you're in.
Obviously, from being out there for the first couple of games and that, John, obviously from the field, are you getting the vibe that a lot of players are thinking the same way you are? Or are there a couple of others out there that are going, actually, do you know what, I'm going to pick someone if I go and get picked out?
There is some that have said they'll be calling people out, but it's different when you're standing there, isn't it, and you're being asked the question. Like you say, I think everyone's being too nicey with each other.
You say you don't want to turn it into like the weakest link when you stood there.
Yeah. And everyone's just standing there staring at you. It's
15 to 1 question or nominate. I'll nominate him.
yeah. But it's good fun though.
It would make it good fun if some of you lot started a bit of like, you know, calling people out. Come on.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it does make better TV if...
I know pretty much 2 or 3 players that will do it.
Yeah.
And I know who they are as well.
Yeah.
And you do. I bet Chris Mellon, if he's in that position, would call out a player.
Yes. I think Cole said he would as well.
But then Chris is the type of person that would say, I'll tell you what, I'll play a hitman. He'd
Yeah.
also go that way and say, right, I'll play Tom Cousins then.
Yeah.
Well, we seen that with Chris, didn't we? Because the very first year he did it, he called out our fan dad, didn't he? Because it was the whole kind of
Yeah, but it was
narrative
his
of
mate,
Keely's
wasn't it?
number 1.
Like you say, that makes good TV. I think as the day goes on, people might change. You never know.
What do you think, obviously, to your chances, John, obviously, with this? Obviously, 2 finals in 2 weeks, which has been a great start to the year for yourself.
Yep.
Do you think players will be looking to pick you at any point? Or do you think that, obviously, the position that you're in, that you might end up kind of going through to tomorrow without too many issues?
I hope it. I do. I hope I do a Josh Kane. I think most players would say the same. Whether that's because I've done okay in the last couple of weeks, I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one, really. I don't know. It's my first season, so I'm also trying to get to know people that I've never met before, and try and see together whether they'd want to start shouting people out or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's quite strange to me, as you've been like sort of the newbie, but I've known you for a good lot of years, you and Rob.
Yeah, over 20 years.
Played professional pool with you for,
Yeah.
you know, people forget you've been a professional for a long, long time and have been around the block and played this in and out all over the shop.
Yeah.
I mean, how long have you and Rob represented England? That's years and years and years, isn't it?
Best part of 25 years.
Yeah.
I started in '99. My first captain who's here this weekend, Gary Taylor. I've been around for a long, long time, but with social media, I'm not really a social media person over the last few years. Joining Ultimate, I love what they're doing. Hopefully I can get more involved in the social media side. And then people soon start to know who you are and what you're capable of.
I mean, I think from, as I say, kind of going back to the start of your year, John, I think a lot of people are realising who you are and what you're capable of, and I think obviously that push this year, especially because there's a narrative as well, obviously with Rob being part of it as well this year, and also kind of just the growth from Derby, really, obviously yourself, Kyle, and then obviously the likes of Cohen that are from that area as well.
Yeah,
it's building up a narrative of its own, and it's going to be exciting to see what all of you do for the rest of the year. But it's going to be exciting also to see when you come out as well, because you're all going to come out at different points. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm fully expecting to be drawn out against either my brother or my mates at some point, and it's.
I was going to say, is there a little bit of you that thinks, oh yeah, I'm probably going to end up getting drawn out against one of the lot that are from my area?
Yeah, I was adamant that I said it to somebody at work the other day that I was it would be me and Kyle first round. I mean, we've practiced together, we've travelled together, we're staying together. That happens a lot over tournaments, that, you know, close mates draw each other. I just thought it was going to happen today.
And then you've got to try and go on and send him home.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're driving him back, I don't know, but...
No, his girlfriend's driving.
Oh, okay, not your issue then.
No.
Well, in the meantime, Dylan Leary has got this black for 2-0. That is a look of determination. Down it goes. Well, this is a great start for Dylan.
Yeah, very good. You take a 2-0 lead at first to 4 every match.
That's the first time it's happened, because we had hit and play Sean Story first. That was like 1-2, 2-1, and when it went to 2-2, and then the same when he played Dylan. But this is the first time anybody sort of, it's not like breaking free, but get a little bit of a cushion away, and especially with this, you know, it's a 20-minute match clock. There's only, what's it, 12 and a half minutes left?
Yep.
Carl's cold, sat there.
It almost feels as well like Dylan's got a second win because he's won that first 6 red shootout now. You could see that obviously the way that he celebrated. I think there's now this kind of push, I suppose. You get that extra motivation when you achieve something that you haven't done before.
Yeah, it's like getting rid of the monkey off your back, into it, sort of thing. And you kind of then start treating it as like a bit of a free hit once you've done something like that.
Well, this is a huge opportunity now for Dylan.
Yeah.
If he gets 3-0, you think, well, I think it's over.
Yeah, the layout looks pretty good. He hasn't got an easy starter though. Got either red in either
Cut
middle.
the red into the right-hand middle.
Yep.
Hello. Well, he's dangerous enough, isn't it? I think you can see if the keyboard flicks off, that yellow goes in the centre.
Yeah, I think
It's either red in the middle.
Yeah.
Whichever he chooses, he's going to go for the former.
Hide it off the yellow.
It's not got an easy net shot, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he's deliberately gone off the yellow to avoid a possible in-off. And if this red does go past into the middle, I think he'll be happy with this layout for 3-0. But everyone's wanting to get used to the cloth as well, the new cloth.
I played it last night. I like it.
Yeah.
There's more. You can get more grip. I think I was saying to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 earlier. I said it's more feel.
Yeah.
Just with the control of the cue ball, I think I could. Whereas the cue ball could get away on the old stuff a little bit. You know, you sort of be scratching your head thinking, how's that gone that far down the table? But
yeah,
I just think for a professional player now on that cloth, I think you're going to see that just more feel in the way you move the white round the table. I think it's going to be good for the game.
Yes. And I really like the colour.
Yeah.
I know it's divided people, but
colours are always going to divide people because you know, I might like blue and you like yellow or whatever. You know, everyone's going to have their own preference of what they play on.
Yeah. It's all about for me personally, I'm not really bothered about the colour. No. As long as it plays nice, and so far with the amount of time I've actually played on it, it feels really good.
I think with the grip on there, it brings in a few more shots that you're able to play on this table.
Yes.
You know, as a professional player, you know, all of a sudden there's a couple of shots that you couldn't play on the other one because you just couldn't grip the cue ball enough. You know, like certain things with spin and side and screw shots and power. There's an array of shots that you guys can play now that you couldn't on the other. That's my opinion.
Yep. No, I completely agree with that. I actually struggled on a super fine, especially a brand new super fine. My white ball wasn't great. But so far, it's been great to play on.
Have you had quite a lot of opportunities to practice on it, John? Obviously, I know you've been deep in the events, obviously, since it's come out, and obviously you played on it in the Champions League finals. Obviously, have you had quite a lot of opportunity at home to practice on it?
Well, I've only practiced once since the Champions League final, and that was yesterday. I had a couple of hours. He played pretty much the same as when I played the Champions League.
Oh, Sutton, what have you done there? That's purely because he's cold.
Yes.
There's no other explanation for that shot. That is a cold Carl Sutton. thrust into the arena.
Yeah, big opportunity for Dylan. Yes, I've had a practice on it, yeah, it just plays lovely, you know. I think under the lights, I think it'll, like all tables, will play a touch quicker, but that's just how all cloths play when you're under the TV lights with the warmth. But yeah, responsive-wise, it played exactly the same, consistent. Yeah, very good.
Dylan was just a little bit unlucky there that he just didn't quite get out for the red again. Carl's going to get a second opportunity to try and warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
What happened there is he played that red and he put too much topspin on to try and get the cue ball up, and it, because of the new cloth and the way it reacts, it just goes forwards rather than he needed to punch it out a little bit.
Yeah. But this is a good opportunity for Cole to get back into it.
Well, it's just to get a bit of table time in it, John, just to warm up a little bit, loosen the arm.
Yeah, I mean, if he plays this one down a rail and gets onto the next yellow, I think he'll then settle down. I think as soon as you play what we consider a more trickier shot in the game, like rail shots, and you're having to punch it in a little bit for your next ball, as soon as you get one of them, you tend to settle quite quickly.
Yeah, such a good player, Carl, as well.
I don't really know Carl much. I've never, only since joining Ultimate that I've met him. But I know he's a very consistent player.
Very, very solid, yeah.
Yeah, very tough to beat.
That's why, you know, when you see that yellow he missed a second ago, you'd never see him miss one of them.
No.
But
No.
this is what he wanted. A little bit of table time,
Yep.
loosen the arm, in goes the black. 2-1.
It's 2-1 with 6 minutes 50 left. So once again, we're kind of back into that area. Obviously, first to 4.
Unless we get a scrappy break, I think there's a winner this time of the match. I think we've got plenty of time for 2 more frames.
There are signs, aren't there?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big loss of frame really for Dylan. I know he was 2-0 up, but 3-0 with 6 minutes left. You kind of think he's not going to lose from there, because you know you could start using the clock a little bit better. But now it's only 1 frame in it. 6 minutes is a long time.
Absolutely.
Whereas if you're 3-0 up in 6 minutes, it's not a lot of time.
Carl Sutton going towards that cut break.
Looking for the golden.
Well, this is the thing, we tend to slightly forget about it sometimes, but the golden breaks it involved and things like that. You know, so we could have 4 more frames.
Yeah.
I was commenting, I was just saying to Luke earlier, up at Bolton, I don't know if you had one in your match, but myself, Simon and J-Mo, when we were commentating up there, we did notice the amount of blacks off the breaks at Bolton, when it doesn't count, was incredible. There's loads and loads of them.
Yeah, I did notice a few, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just stunning.
Kyle had one against me yesterday when we were playing the golden break and the golden duck, just because obviously we come to an event that's in play. He had one against me and it was in the decider.
Well,
I really enjoyed that.
yeah, that's when you want it, isn't it?
I feel like this is a really big visit for Dylan, especially after what happened in the last frame where he kind of had a chance to put the match to bed. He looks very determined. I mean,
Not too far.
look at that.
Well, if he is glued to it and can't come down the table, he can get up the top.
Yeah,
That's his only saving grace in that.
yeah. But now with the new cloth, you could actually play that up there and control the white a lot better. Because the speed of the cloth allows you just to play this slowly. There you go, that's lovely control. And the white's not really moved a great deal.
That's what I mean, you can manipulate the white a lot more now.
Yes.
which is, you know, it's gold for players like yourself and that, just to be able to do that and having it, and also have another selection of shots to play.
Yeah. Yeah, it's could be a game changer for a lot of players.
These two balls to get Dylan Leary on the hill in this race of 4. And we are now down into the old last 5 minutes, but it's now 15 seconds a shot.
A little bit in between that.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to play for the black into the middle. He must have obviously not had the right angle for that. I played that well.
Dylan Leary now gets a 3-1 lead over Carl Sutton on the hill. 1 frame for victory, but that 2-frame cushion with, well, just under 4 minutes left.
Yep.
It's nice, isn't it? You're confident now.
Yeah.
But all it takes is, though, obviously Dylan's got the next break. If Dylan goes dry and gets a good split, then all of a sudden it's like roles reversed, because obviously golden break is still in play. There's
Golden
nothing to
duck.
say that Carl couldn't reel off 3 frames in 4 minutes.
No. What do you reckon? Golden break for the win?
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, it will be
If
for
you're
Dylan.
Dylan Leary. Quite unpleasant if you're Carl Sutton.
Yeah. Have you noticed, is everyone cut breaking, have you noticed so far?
There's been more cuts than not. Hitting didn't.
It was quite interesting, because the one time we didn't see it actually was Sean Story when he was at 2 each, wasn't it? With 58 seconds left, he'd been cut breaking the whole game and then went to the front ball.
I think that was more just to try and control the white.
And how's that come out for Carl? He's attacked his awkward reds, and I don't think it looks great.
No, I think he's possibly got a 3-ball planned.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well.
Can he maybe cut the top one into the bottom right?
Yeah.
Oh, he could.
Oh, good effort. If Dylan just plays this sensibly now, run that clock down a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be having the extension out now. Get down to 4 or 5 seconds. Call the extension, which he has done. Eat a few more off.
Yep.
Pop the easiest ones available now, and just 13, 14 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I fully expect him to clear up for the win.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered about getting to 4. I'm more concerned about the clock now. I'm
Yep.
3-1 up.
So wait for the beeps, and then play your shot.
See, that's the only thing, John, is that strange thing of you potentially could get caught in between.
Yes. I don't tend to think about the clock, but I understand the method of using the clock.
Right, so you think there's 3 balls here that he should get away anyway, really?
Yeah.
And that takes it below 2 minutes. Then you'd have to make a mistake. Well, you play the next shot, even if you miss it, you're now looking at 1 minute 40.
Yep.
Then Carl's got to clear up this frame.
Yep.
And then also break the. I think he's home. I think he's home if he knocks in 2 more balls. There you go.
Yeah. Get that white travelling. So it wastes a few more seconds, look. That's not actually landed nice.
So this is the only issue now, is that he's
I'd
obviously
just
got
pop
the next
shell out.
ball.
You could just get some more seconds off the clock. Yeah. You can get through there and cut that one down the road, you know.
It's close.
Tight. Not going for it.
I think it's where the balls are, that doesn't actually do Dylan a favour.
No.
He'd have been better off trying to do a cocked hat, trying something, get the balls moving,
Yeah.
because that pocket isn't doing anything for him anyway.
No, yeah, you could have belted it and just had the ball
Yeah.
rolling for a bit longer.
Yeah.
Carl obviously recognises the urgency as he runs around the table trying to get this finished, put away in breakneck speed. But see, look, you're still looking at the golden break. He's going to require a golden break, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the world record for a break dish is Gareth Potts, isn't it? Is it 32 seconds? from memory.
I did 32 seconds breaking dish at the World Championships in '96.
Ah, joint world record holder.
I think somebody might have gone faster than that. I think Mellin. I don't know. We'll have to check the record books there.
But with that, Cole can hit a nearly record time, but I imagine he's going to be cut breaking here. He's going to be going for the golden.
Has to.
Yeah.
Just no way that, in my opinion, he can get, breaking pot like 4 of a colour. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then everything's got to stop moving first.
Yep.
And
And that's another 8 seconds or so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So people think, you look at it, oh yeah, he's got like 40 seconds. That's, well, you've got 30, probably 20 odd seconds when the ball stopped moving because he's going to lump them. There's a little wry smile there from Cole. He knows he needs the golden break.
Yeah. 33 seconds.
Can he get it? He's going to be absolutely firing this cut break.
Careful with the cue ball.
Black ball's moving.
We've made balls.
He's made a couple.
There you go.
Is there an
20 odd
out?
seconds.
The yellows are there. It's just, can you hold the cue ball enough?
I think he can.
Do you?
Yeah.
If he's got any chance.
Well, that's gone wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be it.
Definitely hasn't now.
Yeah, there you go.
The white's travelling too much.
Great pot.
Great pot, but just
Well,
not
he's
got the
got it
time.
as well, has he? He has.
Yeah, he's going to call it there.
Yeah.
Last ditch attempt by Carl Sutton, didn't quite make it, but Dylan Leary has won his second game. And now he's got a decision to make.
Do you think he's going to call somebody out? I've got a feeling he is.
No, but he should.
Yeah.
I'm back there again.
Well, here's his options. Obviously, Dylan in his third game, he can either go back to the random draw, or he can pick one of the hitmen.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got 5 of those available. All of them are still in play. Sean Chipperfield, John McAllister, Craig Waddingham, Declan Brennan and Tom Cousins. Do you take the punt and go for the bounty, or do you back it on the random draw?
No, I'd probably
Neither.
call somebody out. Call somebody out, but ones that we were talking about that you consider you've got a good chance of winning, rather than I wouldn't be calling out one of the big boys out.
Yeah, obviously the kind of actual pick where you can pick any player in the draw, that is out for the third
Yeah.
game. You can't do that. So obviously it's a big risk whichever way you go. But yeah, I think you've just got to play it on the random draw again, which is
Yeah,
why
you
I'm
have to
surprised
now.
he went for it the second
But-
time round.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's worked for him. He's won 2 matches, so,
Yeah.
he's beaten Hitman and he's also beaten Cole Sutton. But yeah, there we go.
Yep, and straight back to Simon Webb, where we'll find out Dylan's decision.
Oh, welcome back out to the room. Let's get a few words with Dylan, who's just won his second match. No 6-red shootout this time, Dylan, but pleased with the result. A little bit of drama towards the end, but pleased with the result, and 1 match away from the hot seat.
Yeah, all under control. Yeah, one more match. Yes.
Well, one more match. Obviously, this is where things change a little bit. Your options are more limited. You can go to the random draw this time. Obviously, we've got a nice long list of players here, but you can only, if you want to pick, you can only pick one of the 5 hitmen. Now, I'm looking. You're darting around the room trying to pick out the hitman. Are you at all tempted?
I am. I'm trying to make Tom sweat there. Not that he's got anything to sweat about. I'm going to go random draw.
Yeah, random draw then, so you don't fancy the hitmen at all. So let's fire up the machine to find out who you will play in our next match. Oh, we've got a hitman anyway, Sean Chipperfield, our first hitman of the event, Dylan. How are you feeling about that, Dylan? Obviously, one match to win gets you on the hot seat, but you also could win some money from this as well.
Yeah. Well, I owe him one for a couple of weeks ago. I gifted him a match. So.
Well, one more. Come on in, Sean. Sean, a little bit earlier than the last few times we've seen you in the last man standing. How are you feeling about being called out?
Yeah, sorry, nah, it's fine. Just get on with it. That'll be right.
Obviously, you're in really good form. You won a Pro Series event recently. You obviously had a Dylan in the way there as well, but yeah, it was a good matchup.
Yeah, lovely, yeah.
Man, a few words. Best of luck.
And that's a good start. Interesting layout here, Ricky. Just a bit of traffic either way.
Yeah, there's been quite a few frames so far in the first few games that's come out like this. A little bit scrappy, but one good shot here, and yeah. If the yellow goes top right, you've got to fancy him to get these now, which I think it does.
Yeah, Sean just looking at dropping this into left middle. If he doesn't take it now, it becomes a bit more of a problem ball later on. So
Just took it long.
he missed it long.
Surprising that, really, with how the middles play. Would have fancied him to get that in the middle. Tough layout for Dylan though here on Reds.
3 doubles.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, Tony, how you would tackle that. 3 doubles was roughly what I thought you were going to say.
But it is. Well, actually, you could probably cut the first one into the middle and kick one out.
Yeah, it's just risk pushing Reds towards the yellow at bottom right. Like so.
Might be the worst because I think he's.
If you could have played it harder and pushed the yellow out of the way, it would have been better. I mean, but then you belted it into the middle. But you've still got an angle here. You could go into it now.
I was going to say, do you take the punt and just tackle it and go back into it again?
Yeah, it's. I don't know if he can see enough. I don't think he can top right and play it one to middle. Might be able to squeeze it. Nice played, loss of turn.
Is he getting that behind the red? I mean,
Good effort.
You can certainly see the yellow on the right-hand side of the table. Can you peek?
I think what he was thinking with that shot as well, the other yellow's a little tied up, so it's a bit of insurance when he played it.
Chippy played the yellow into the right-hand cushion, flick off that red. Go straight in.
No, I think it were a bit far away for that shot.
Nothing's too far away from that shot, Ricky.
Can he play? Yeah, he's going to play off that one and cannon the yellow into the. Yeah, good shot.
so clever.
Nicely done there by Chippy. There's black for a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, a couple of really clever shots in that from Sean, obviously to get himself out for the first frame.
Yeah, seeing that shot's one thing, but playing it the way he did and getting it back out is obviously a tough shot to play. So
there's the array of players that we've got. Bill in the draw, you can see a couple of shaded out there. Carl Sutton, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏. You're there, look, Ricky, on the left-hand side, just below Mr. Chipperfield, funny enough.
Yeah, Ricky, we asked obviously John when he was in here a minute ago, obviously about would you call a player out or would you be kind of sitting and waiting on the random draw? Obviously, he told us he would go random draw. Personally, yourself, which way are you going?
I think the random draw's the way most players are going to go. It's just.
I would pick you, Ricky.
Yeah, I'm thinking quite a lot of people might be thinking that as well. No, I think if you call somebody out, it kind of puts the pressure on you straight away for the reasoning for calling him out. It's like you've called him out, so then you're under pressure to beat him. Yeah.
It's a simple scenario.
Yeah, unless you've got another reason.
You don't like you don't like him, you don't want to lose them, so I won't call them out.
There was one I looked at. I'm not going to say who it was, but I've got a good record against.
I've mentioned this, and
Enough.
I said this, and it's not purely because of how you think their ability is as a player. I mean, let's get it straight. There are pretty much all professionals out there playing in this event.
Yeah.
But there are players you've got a better record against than other players, and they know that as well, and the psychological fact comes into that.
Yeah. I mean, Ricky, also taking into account, you are a big player on the money match scene. Like, you're used to calling players out. We kind of expected it out of you a little bit.
Yeah. It's different, I suppose. You get time once you've called them out with that. With this, it's like straight away. But Kyle Cope actually said to me earlier, "Are you calling me out?" But it were a bit of a joke because my record's terrible against him. So I'm half expecting him maybe to do the same, but hopefully not.
It will be interesting to see.
Yeah, split from Dylan wasn't great here, so this frame's definitely got some mileage in it. Sean just tried to play a loss of turn there and just left the red hanging over the pocket, but no real way out on either ball as of yet. Dylan's gone to try and pot the red, and he's knocked the yellow in the top left corner. So
Again, a big chunk of time being used. Consider we're only not even halfway through the second frame. We've used up over a quarter of the time.
yeah, it feels like we're forecast for quite a few six-frame shootouts this weekend. It feels like a lot of matches are going to go down towards the match clock.
Yeah, most games that so far have seemed to go that way. I think that the cup racks had a lot to do with it though. In the first few games, players have opted for that, and you do tend to get quite a few scrappy layouts from it as well. But obviously, going that way with the golden break in play.
I was going to say, are you going to be front ball breaking this weekend, Ricky, or cut breaking?
Yeah, front ball 100%. I
Good
never
lad.
cup break.
Me too, I'm with you.
Because I've never done it, I've not really mastered it, so I've never switched to it.
I tried it towards the end of when I was a pro, and you could never get a happy medium where I could play that cut break and get a decent split without the white coming off the table.
Yeah, 100%. I'm the same. I either do it and it's like I've safety broke.
Yep, exactly
or
the same.
I'm in danger of white flying off table.
That's you and I, Ricky. Blood brothers there with that. Yeah, the only time I ever got a decent split with that was the whites bouncing around the floor.
Yeah.
So front ball, lead ball, hard as I can, smash.
Yeah, and I think it's even more so since the Rassons have come in. Because they haven't got the trim to naturally elevate the cue that little bit, you kind of... It's not as natural. I have seen quite a few players reverting to putting their hand on the table, like almost in the pocket rather than on the cushion, on the side of the table.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a proven professional by any means, but I mean, obviously, when I was on the Ultimate Series a year or two ago now, obviously I was a big cut breaker. I haven't got natural cue power, can't front ball break to save my life. But cut breaking on those tables felt very natural, and then trying it on the Rassons, it just felt like you were playing a completely different sport. So I do understand why a lot of players are kind of going to the front ball break and not really using the cut anymore, but yeah, it hasn't quite translated yet so far today.
Must be as slow as I've ever seen Chippy play. Really taking his time in between shots. Normally straight down, bang, 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 and he's just a bit slower than normal. Taking lots of seconds off the clock as well as he goes around this. He'll be halfway through the match clock. That's decent position. So we're looking at 2-0 now.
Chippy with this 8 ball to take a 2-0 lead. And around about this time last year when we did Last Man Standing, Callum Singleton was wrapping up his third game, obviously, to go on to that hot seat. Do you think this year we're going to have less people that get to that position? Do you think this kind of standard and the mix of players that we've got here means that less players will be not necessarily capable, but will have the opportunity to win 3 in a row?
Possibly. Be interested to see what happens. Let's say Chippy goes on and wins this match against Dylan, and it'll be interesting to see what he does next with his decision when, well, if and when he meets Simon Webb in the arena to discuss the next plan of action, course of action. But I think Chippy will call somebody out.
I was going to say, is it a different mindset, do you think, when you're a hitman?
I don't think so. It doesn't really relate to them, does it? It's for other people to try and take them out to win a few quid if they're lucky enough to do so. I think all 5 of them will have the same idea as what Ricky's got sat here, and everybody else who's don't want to play too quickly and just be there as long as you can, and if you can be at the end of it, thank you very much.
Okay, so Sean Chipperfield goes dry. Opportunity for Dylan Leary to get himself back into this. Roughly at the halfway stage of the match clock as well, so more than enough time for Dylan.
Tell you one thing I'll probably be doing as well is having a look to see who's drinking.
Yeah, I've already done that actually.
I know. It's not, and you're not the only one. I'll be thinking, hang on a minute. We'll wait till later this evening and pick you out when you've had a bit. But now, as a player on the sidelines, I'm guessing you think, well, I might not get picked out all day today. You think, you know, and the devil makes work for idle hands, and you think, well, I'll just go and have a pint maybe then, and just have to chill out and a bite to eat. That turns into 8 pints and a stag do.
Yeah, it's the boredom kicks in. But I think I'm driving home today if I do happen to get taken out, so that puts drinking off the cards for me. So.
That's not bad. Goes in the middle next.
Just taking a second to just get a little bit off angle on both. I think he can just drop the yellow in and hold in a nice place.
Kind of in the same scenario as Dylan's last match, where I think we're going to have enough time for at least 2 more frames. So I don't think we'd get the 6 red.
Lost the white a bit there.
It's okay. Do you bother pumping this back in and get the cue up in the air, Ricky, or do you just drop it in and play the cut?
I think he's just going to drop it in.
I was asking what you do, not
I'd
what
probably.
do.
Yeah, there were more angled. That's what I was waiting to see. There were more angled than it looked on camera. Yeah. I think if it was straight, I would have jacked the cue up and probably pumped it in.
And nicely done. So off Sean Chipperfield's dry break. Comes the old reverse. Leary gets himself on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it feels like in the form that Chippy's in at the moment, even though it is obviously a shorter format, you can't really let someone like Sean get 3-0 ahead of you. Obviously winning that frame, especially off of Sean's break, I think is big for Dylan. But now needs to back it up with his own in this frame. Have you made any kind of predictions in your head, Tony, as to who you think will be around on the last day. I know this is an absolute minefield to try and guess anything in, but
I know too. You and I will be around on the last day. No, I mean you can't. There's nothing you can legislate for in this. So it's, you know, obviously if you're going to look at that way, you pick out the big favourites, don't you? You pick out the number 1s and 2s and all of them. But with this short race, I think anybody can win this.
yeah, I mean, obviously we were speaking to Simon Webb before start of play today, and obviously Simon mentioned obviously a couple of years ago that at one point they thought that Gareth Potts might have been a hot favourite, and then he got called out by Craig Waddingham. It's just such an unpredictable event.
In my opinion, if Dylan was to win this game and get in the seat, he goes favourite for me, because he might be there until the end.
Very, very true.
How many different people got 1-3 in a row last year? Do you know?
You had Callum Singleton, Christy Caulfield won 3. I think it was those two, maybe Sean Chipperfield, but it was either 2 or 3.
Yeah, because I thought potentially you could go away through it without it happening at this format, because it's really hard to win 3 games in a row at this format, at this level.
I think that's what a lot of people thought last year, especially when Callum won the first 3. You kind of wrote it off as like, oh, Callum's going to be here on the final day. As it was, Chrissy had actually won all 3 games, I think, by the Saturday evening. And Callum ended up getting called out, I think it's the second or the last game of that night, and ended up getting eliminated. So despite winning 3 in a row, he didn't even make it to the second day, which is brutal.
Yeah. Outside noise there, distracting Dylan for a second.
He's done really well.
Great shot from Leary.
Has he been a little bit unlucky? I think he's okay. Yeah, he's just got to dig this to try and push the yellow above.
Ooh.
He was a bit unlucky.
Now, can the yellow creep into the middle? I think it can. It's the one on the left now. I think they both go. And there's 2 reds will hold the cue ball for him here if he just concentrates on the pot.
And he's now onto the shortened shot clock as well after this shot. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think the yellow went anywhere based on that. It does now, though.
Yeah. Big shot here for Leary.
Oh, nails it.
Oh, what a finish this is.
And it's somehow, it's had a bit of luck on its way, but great finish from Dylan Leary. And he levels things up at 2 each. That man wants his hot seat. And it'll be Sean Chipperfield to break next.
Chipperfield's going to be breaking off frame 5. 4 minutes and a bit of change left on the clock. And that is a thundering break. It's 2 yellows and a red. How do you like those, Ricky?
Yeah, the reds look pretty good, I would say. At first glance.
Definitely right, Tony. He has definitely slowed down, hasn't he? Because normally he'd just be down and this would be out.
Yeah, especially when you're thinking it's the old 15 seconds for shot now as well. think he might be trying to take as much time now as possible when you think of this puts him 3-2 up. We're getting to around under 3 minutes left of the match. You want to maximise these last 4 shots. Take off nearly another minute then, can't he?
Yeah, and it's Dylan's break, and they have been going quite scrappy off his break, so if he can obviously take as much time as possible. It's only going to be well over 2 minutes though.
Yeah, there is. So there's going to be time. We could still have the 6 red. I breezed it away earlier, but it's back in the mix. Went back quite a long way with that one there, didn't he?
Yeah, he took a bit of a risk there. He did point it out. He was just a little bit on the wrong side, so had to use the jaw, but yeah, solid out of that from Sean, and he's now got the 1 frame advantage with 2 minutes left. And obviously we did speak earlier about Dylan's record with 6 reds. Obviously he's now got that monkey off of his back. However, if it was to go to the 6 red side, there's obviously never a favourite because you never know how the balls are going to split. But you would say that Sean, because of the way he plays, has that advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to be in the 6 red with Sean Chipperfield. Has to be said.
I mean, in Dylan Leary's ideal world, it wouldn't be a bad time to hit a golden break about now.
You have a golden break, then Sean Chipperfield have a golden duck. That'll do, yeah. Black is moving quickly as well, but the table with lots of cue ball as he picked up his cue to come back.
I mean, you can't justify for that. That was seriously unlucky.
And that should spell the end of Dylan Leary, cue ball in hand, when the awkward red's going to be dispatched immediately by Sean. Got a big bag in there as well. I know he's got a bridge over a little bit, but that won't bother him. You'd be happy with these, Ricky, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Red ball's in play.
And that should be that. Dylan Leary so close, yet so far away. Hit that quite weak, didn't he?
Yeah.
But might give it a bit more, come a bit further down the table than that. Then again, with his incredible potting ability, it shouldn't faze Sean, and it doesn't.
Just a couple of positional shots to play, but he's now in the position where the clock's on his side.
Yeah, he only needs to pot 2 more, and I think that's it.
That's exactly right, Ricky. And that's all he's bothered to do. He didn't really bother about position there at all. As you see now, he's just standing there looking at the clock, watching it creep down. Taking no chances whatsoever is Chippy. He's hitting it on 1 second, and this is quite deliberate.
Yeah, he's homing the hose now.
I think you're safe now, Sean. And he's going to run round, he's going to try and get the ball. Cheeky Chippy.
Yeah, it was professional that from Sean Chipperfield. It was really, really good performance. Unlucky to Dylan Leary. Just misses out at the final hurdle.
Yeah, it's good win there for Sean. But yeah, very cheeky. Slowed the whole last frame down. Maximum time for every shot, and then ran round and then finished the job and pot the black and got his 4th frame.
And now, obviously, Sean, as the hitman, he's now in that same position that we've been a few times now.
All right, welcome back down to the arena. Before we have a few words with Sean Chipperfield and find out what you're going to do, let's just say congratulations to Dylan Leary for making it through to the hot seat match and taking it deep in that one as well. Sean, congratulations. One down. Congratulations on the win. Pleased to get going?
Yeah, delighted.
Okay, let's get into it then. You obviously have a choice now. Do you want to go to a random draw, or are you going to select? Come and have a look at the names.
Yeah, I'll pick, yeah.
You're going to pick? Yeah. So what are you thinking here? Are you thinking Hitman, or are you just thinking going from the field? You got any strategy here?
Cool, Hitman, yeah, what a great idea. I'll go for Scott Rutter.
Scott Rutter. The sponsor's invite is here. Come on in, Scott Rutter, who's got a mouthful of food. Come on in with your food. But while he makes his way in, Scott, Sean, what was the reason?
Well, I mean, it's not a great field to pick from, in terms of quality. Everyone can play, but I went. I had to sort of think of the rankings, and I know Scott's. Is he? Yeah, he's down there, or something. Yeah, amateur. That's the one. I didn't want to say. I wasn't sure if he was a pro, but yeah. So it makes sense. Yeah.
Scott, in you come. What was your thinking coming into today? Were you expecting to play nice and early?
No, I was just enjoying my chicken burger and then heard him call me out. No, I was expecting to come in early. I mean, if I'm going to play some of these guys, I'd rather play them first to 4 than first to 7 or first to 8, so fair play.
Yeah, 20 minutes as well, and obviously you get the added bonuses playing a Hitman, potential to win a few extra pennies as well.
Yeah.
Wish you the best of luck. Good luck in the match. Let's get this match on. Join us after the break.